This is number 12 from the end of chapter 3 in the book, the practice AP questions. So I'm going to show you, we have that function is inside the e function. So that's a chain rule. But then e to the x function is inside of the arctan function. So it's a double chain rule. So how do we go about with the double chain rule? We always start with the big fish. That's the big fish who had the biggest meal. So we're going to take the derivative of arctan of box. So f prime of x, it's going to be the derivative. Picture that as your variable. What's the derivative of arctan of x? You all should know it's 1 over 1 plus x squared. So it's going to be 1 over 1 plus x squared, but x is box, so it's going to be box squared. But then you have to multiply by the derivative of box. So now I need the derivative of that thing. So as we do that, we recognize that this is not x. If it were an x, that'd be easy. I am my own grandpa. But it's not an x, so therefore it's a function. It is box. So what is the derivative of e to the box? The derivative of e to the box is e to the box times the derivative of that box, but the derivative of this box is -1. So let me rewrite all that and then show you what they did. So on top, we have -e to the minus x. On the bottom, we have 1 plus. Now, what are we going to do with this? Rules of exponents. An exponent raised to a power, you multiply those. So that's going to be e to the -2x. Now, as we look at our answers, here's our problem. It doesn't match anything here. Does it match that? No. 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 So what do I do now? So here's my next step that we're going to look at. Since it has to have a negative, do you see that? The only one with a negative is that one. So my thought is, how do I match that answer? Well, to match that, I need a 1 on top. To get a 1, how do I make that into a 1? I divide top and bottom by that. So here's just this is just algebraic manipulation. And here's the good news. You really don't see a lot of these weird manipulations on the actual AP test. But I'm going to divide top and bottom by 1 over e to the -x. And again, my goal, why did I do that? Because this is the only one with the minus that matches. And I have a 1 there. So if I divide by that, I will get a 1. So let's go ahead and do this. I still have the negative there. This divided by that, anything divided by itself is 1. Now I have my 1 on top. That times that is 1 over e to the -x. And then we have this times this, that's e to the -2x over e to the -x. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Remember, whenever you have a negative exponent, you move it to the top and it becomes a positive exponent. So that becomes e to the positive x. And then what do you do when you're dividing two exponents? I learned you subtract the exponents. So that's going to be e to the -2x minus x. But what's minus minus? Minus is plus. So we get plus e to the -x, because -2x plus x is -x. And I forgot my minus sign. I think that matches that last answer, C. Yes, it does. You see? And there is my answer.